keep your shit together. We haven't even started yet. Jesus Christ. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the special Father's Day edition. I was going to rename the whole thing and make a graphic, but I didn't. It was going to be 3 bees in a pod, even though technically, but I didn't do that. So it's just going to be a special edition of the 2 T's in a pod. So it's just going to be me, the 2 boys. Go ahead.
Hi.
Your name,
Nicholas.
and then
Ian.
okay, perfect.
Whatever happened to Nick B?
Just be well. If you're gonna talk, you have to talk closer to that mic.
Whatever happened to Nick B?
He's still Nick B.
Okay.
No,
No.
please, not anymore.
Well, we don't. I'm just gonna call you Nicholas.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
That's
I'll
what
see how I
want.
feel.
So, there's really no structure to this, guys. I didn't really pre-plan anything, but I figured because it was Father's Day, maybe we share some of our favorite stories.
I have such a shit memory.
Like just fun, fond memories.
Like
or
us?
huh?
Like
Of-
us?
No, the
No.
neighbors.
Gotcha.
Any fond memories of the neighbors I would like you to share. Yeah, of course. You guys.
Didn't we go to Kalahari, I think, one time? Or like we went to some water park, I remember.
Yes, we did go to a water park.
That was fun.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
young though.
Someone almost drowned. No, someone did drown while we were there.
I don't remember
Oh,
that.
thank God I
You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we were at the Wolf Lodge. Well, I don't remember what it was.
They're all
It
so
was
the
it
same.
was the Wisconsin
the
Dells.
same.
Okay.
And you guys were in the pool.
Yeah.
And I am very weird about public pools because I just have this overwhelming fear that, like, because you guys were younger and you're running around and someone's going to slip and crack their head. And, I have massive paranoia. And it turns out while we were there, you guys were in the pool and it was so busy.
Yeah.
It was so busy. And all of a sudden, it wasn't so busy anymore. And I was like, where did everybody go? And then I look over and there is like a crowd of people circled around one of the lifeguards giving CPR to one of the kids that was drowning. Well, not actively drowning. They pulled him out, but and it reaffirmed my, my fears.
Yeah.
I've always been weird about stuff like that. But
Mm.
yes, we did go to Wisconsin Dells.
What a great memory now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I remember.
Well, we did other things. We did that fairy world thing where you had to. Do you remember that?
Oh, that was with Ashley.
We don't talk about that woman.
Yeah, that's true. But that aside,
Like
I-
I knew like that was the first thing I thought.
I
that
remember.
aside.
Yeah.
But we went and we did, and there was like little hidden rooms
Yeah,
and little
that's
little
right.
gnomey people.
I
and
remember
s-
that.
yeah,
I
it
don't
was-
remember that.
Yeah, yeah,
That I remember.
yeah. We did that, and we went to the Ripley's.
Believe
Ripley's
it or
Believe
not.
It or Not.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then
that was fun.
we went to that restaurant where the trains come by. And
Yeah,
Dude,
you-
oh
I
my
rem-
God,
I
that was the
remember that.
best. Dude,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my
That was
God,
great.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
that
You
was-
guys.
yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, that's good memory that you remember half of, which is great.
I'm glad I didn't
Uh,
remember the other half.
What about you? You got any fond memories? Try to leave out the stuff where I hit you and no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You know, I really wish I could remember. I really don't remember anything.
That is so sad.
It's almost like all this was
I
for
know
nothing.
I know you, me, and Ian. A couple times movie theaters. We'd see movies and stuff.
Yeah, movies is one of my favorite things.
Yeah, we saw that Spider-Man Far From Home.
You guys saw Spider-Man.
No, you came with us. We saw it.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yes, you were there.
Yeah.
What else?
Give me something
remember we went-
spicy.
When we all dressed up, you were Wolverine, I was Batman, Ian was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Dude,
we all went.
I was Spider-Man for like 7 years in a row.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
Batman a lot of times.
Yeah, I have a picture.
Yeah, somewhere.
Maybe I'll insert it.
Yeah.
I won't. But
Ooh.
it's a good thought.
Yeah.
Anything spicy? Anything?
Like depressing or what?
Can't hear you because you're not talking into the
Okay,
mic.
spice. What do you mean by like spice? Like something
I
like
don't know. Like,
I'm trying to.
I guess from my perspective, I have a million memories from my childhood,
Yeah.
but these don't have to be like happy, happy, joy, joy memories.
Oh. Okay.
These could be like anything growing up.
I don't really have any
When-
bad memories with you.
Nah, I'd always remember when me and Nicholas were at that old apartment, we'd always get into trouble. That was so
The
fun.
old
Oh
apartment.
yeah, my birthday when you face planted
Yeah,
into
that-
the
yeah.
cake,
Oh,
and
that was
for some
so-
reason you grounded him for that.
That was so funny.
Don't remember.
You definitely grounded
So
him.
it was. I remember Tino and like the kids who were over.
Oh, I remember
The
this.
SpongeBob
Yeah.
chocolate
There was
cake.
Yes,
SpongeBob
yes,
chocolate
yes.
cake,
I remember
and I
this.
caked myself, or I caked. Yeah, I caked. Myself.
Well, yeah, I always listen. Growing up, I always thought you were on the spectrum. Like you were crazy.
I was.
You were very
I was
hyper.
crazy.
You
and stuff.
were
Dude,
unreal.
and my high pitched voice too. On top of all that,
Yeah.
It was quite alarming.
I could still be on the spectrum.
I mean, you could. It was tough with you sometimes.
Thanks. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
Well, I mean, now you're all grown and stuff, so
Stuff.
it's different. One of my favorite memories, and I tell this story all the time. And you may remember, you might not.
When
Well, don't. I'm gonna tell it. Don't.
no,
Spoil
I
it.
was guessing.
Well, don't guess. Let me
Oh.
tell it,
My bad.
because the people that may listen haven't heard it. So, once, okay. So both of you are a lot like me, obviously. And when you were growing up, it was torture getting you to keep your goddamn hands to yourself. Like you couldn't, I couldn't go anywhere with either of you without you feeling like you needed to touch everything in front of you, like everything the light touches. It was infuriating. And we would sometimes it's not bad, like, you know, if we would go to the store or something, you know, like a department store, and okay, whatever. But like when we're at a grocery store, I don't think that anybody, including myself, wants your disgusting greasy little hands touching everything. So one day I yelled at, I think it was Ian. I think it was you.
This probably was.
And I
Probably.
was like, dude, if you keep acting like this, people are gonna think you're autistic. And because my sense of humor, even though you didn't understand that, like to me, it was like it's just how I speak. And sometimes I didn't realize while you guys were growing up that you were sponges. You were ingesting these things that I was saying. So then not too long after that, we went to Oberweis. And we're at Oberweis, and I believe Ian was banging on the fridge. Like he was like just double fisting the fucking the glass, you know, where the chocolate milk is and stuff. And you turned to him and said, "If you don't stop that, people are going to think you're autistic." And then everybody in the Oberweis turned and looked at me. And I was like, well, he's got a point. I mean, but that was like one of the first times that I realized, and you couldn't have been any older than like, you know, 5 and 6. And it was like the first time where I was like, oh my God, these children are absorbing these things
Yeah.
and then regurgitating them, and I should be more mindful of what I say and what I do, because it could end up costing me years of therapy. So I'll always remember that. That was like I was dying laughing. I thought it was hilarious. I didn't give a fuck what the people at Oberweis thought, but I thought it was hilarious. So that's a good memory that I have. Um,
Uh,
I still have that little paperweight that says number one dad.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I'll have it till
Yeah.
the day it breaks or the day I die. Uh, because it's shit like that. That's I'm not a big gift person. So I'm not expecting anybody to get me gifts ever. You guys never have to get me gifts. But, the little things that I do, I still have that clay thing that you guys, the D.
Oh yeah, I did the D.
Yeah.
Proud of Star
I
Wars.
still have that, and the heart. I still have that. It's
Yeah.
at my dad's house,
Yeah.
but I still know exactly where they are, and I'm gonna grab them when we eventually move. So so that was fun. That was a good good little memory.
That reminds me. When we did, where did we go?
I don't know. I can't hear you because you're not talking into the
Jesus
microphone.
Christ. We were at the mall, I think, when we did those D's in the heart. I forgot where exactly.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was the old apartment.
Yeah.
What mall were we at though?
The one in
Actually, you don't. You probably shouldn't.
yeah, I don't want to say, but
Okay.
it's the one that we just went to. It's the one
Oh, okay. It was that one. Is that place still up? Or is it?
the mall.
No, like the place we went to for the
Bro,
art.
I wasn't there. I have no idea where you had that done.
Yeah.
Oh
I
wait.
wasn't with
oh,
you.
it was Graham. It was Graham. I forgot.
I wasn't with you.
Yeah, because then that would completely ruin the kid. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I wasn't there. It was totally unexpected. I didn't know that shit was coming.
Dude, Nicholas, do you remember when we did the after we did like the painting or whatever, we did like that glitter machine and we just like stared at it for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this
Uh,
glitter machine.
so
Yes.
when on the D, whatever the thing I painted, if you look at it closely, it's like got glitter on it.
Yeah.
There's this like fat. It looked like a ticket booth thing where like you step in, like tickets fly everywhere, kind of shit.
Sure.
But it was glitter. It was the coolest shit ever. I miss that place. I want to go back.
I don't know where.
Yeah.
I just know it was at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Other memories.
Yeah, come on.
Oh yeah.
Give me more.
This is adding on to the Halloween where we dressed up.
Yeah.
I remember I was in Tina's house and I pissed myself, and there was just urine everywhere.
Super.
Yeah.
That's a good memory.
It was a good.
holding
It
on
was
to that
fun.
one.
It was funny.
It was?
Yeah.
What was so funny about it?
That I pissed myself in front of everybody there.
I don't think you found it funny when that happened.
Well,
though.
No, no. Of course
Okay,
not.
so let's see. How
What
old
about that?
how old could you have been?
No idea.
I think that might have been 2011,
Yeah.
maybe
I
2012.
could not hold it in.
So,
I love your little.
I
add-ons.
mean, wow, actually, you were real young.
Yeah.
So let's see, 2012, that would have put you at like 4 or 5.
And I would have been. Oh yeah.
You
2011
both were around
4 or 5.
around that
I
age.
thought I would have been 6. 2011 or 20? Yeah, 2011. I was 4. No, there's no way.
Yeah, it had to have been 2012. Had to have been.
2012.
Yeah.
Had to have been 2012. So you were
I was 4 and he was.
you were
I was 5 and Nick was
5
4.
going on 6. You were 4 going
Going
on
on
5.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about that time where we went to that carnival and we watched the fireworks?
I remember that.
That
That
was
was
That was
Yeah.
fun.
that was maybe 4 years ago.
Dude, I still remember those fried Oreos like it was yesterday. It was so
Yeah,
fucking good.
fried Oreos. But you weren't there. It was just
No.
you.
It was just me.
It was just you.
Huh.
Yeah, we
I do remember now.
yeah,
actually,
you went on a couple rides. You
Watched the
you
fireworks.
ate
Sat with you guys.
some Oreos.
Mhm.
I had to go buy chairs so that
Oh,
we
yeah.
could sit in the parking lot and watch the fireworks.
Ah,
Yeah, that was
was
good.
fun.
That was a good memory. There's a few. What about you? What about you, Nick B?
Okay. Remember, I was at when we lived with your dad, my grandpa. You were hiding behind the door, and when I walked in your room, you scared the shit out of me, and then I started crying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So trauma.
I remember every night that I would go into your room and sleep next to you. I think every night,
I remember-
mostly every
A
night.
lot of nights you would, yes.
I remember when we were way younger, we were at Grandpa's house. We would lay on. Me and Nicholas would sleep on what was your bed now. And I remember Nick would always watch that PewDiePie video of "I Am Scared."
No, that was
That was
Markiplier.
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 Markiplier's I Am Scared, yes.
And I remember that I remember seeing a video where PewDiePie was
I'm
saying-
sure he did it too, but
I remember
the
watching-
Markiplier
I
was
remember,
the one.
I remember, at one point PewDiePie was like, "I'm swimming around in a vagina," and
I'm
Nicholas would
swimming
non-stop
around
repeat it.
in I'm swimming around
In the vagina
Great.
That
Yeah.
was a good memory.
Yeah.
And then you would always yell at us, and I had no idea what vagina meant.
Oh,
I said Virginia. I said
Yeah.
Virginia or something. I didn't even know what we were
I think
saying.
it's all starting to make a little
yeah,
sense
I
now.
remember.
It was like
Okay, this is.
I was like,
gonna
I'm swimming around a Virginia. Like I didn't say vagina. I said Virginia.
Wait. Okay, so this is. I'm about to like reveal a moment that I haven't. I don't think you knew. So, I was laying on your bed. I would use your tablet, right?
Yeah.
There was this movie called Young and Wild or whatever, and there is a lesbian sex scene,
Perfect.
and I would always watch it on your tablet.
Yeah, that's great.
And I remember you gave me like this big ass bowl of popcorn, cheese popcorn.
Like I encouraged it. Like
No,
here,
like,
son.
you just gave it to
Here,
me.
you know what would go great with that?
You didn't know.
Oh, I knew.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I knew everything.
And then on your phone, I searched up
I'm aware of.
porn.
I'm aware of all. Okay. Do you know?
I'm so scared of what's going on.
Do you know where I think the damage came from?
What?
Say again? What? What? Say again? So
We need
I'm gonna tell a story,
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
No.
and this, I think this is the root of some of the issues that we're not going to go into, but some of the issues your mother and I had with you growing up. When you were maybe 5,
Yeah.
I bought you a tablet.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little one. I bought you both the same one.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
These little Samsung tablets.
I remember, yeah.
And at the time, I worked at Tiger Direct. And we got these on sale. I got them on sale. They were refurbished. Refurbished generally means either someone owned it, returned it, they cleaned it up, wiped it, resold it, or something was wrong with it off the assembly line. So they can't like reopen it and whatever, so they can just sell it as, refurbished. So I bought these for you, and you guys were both sitting down playing in my room, and all of a sudden I hear a very recognizable sound. And I'm like, what? And I turn to you and I'm like, what are you watching? And you're like, nothing.
Yeah.
And then I look at it, and whoever owned it before you had hardcore videos saved onto it that you found. And I was furious. Not at you.
Yeah.
I was furious that I bought something from a retail store that I worked at and from Samsung it wasn't wiped. So when that happened, I was like, well, this one's damaged.
Yeah.
This one's, non-recoverable. We're going to therapy and it's going to be problems because a 5-year-old kid watching hardcore stuff, it alters the wiring of your brain.
Yeah.
And then from then on, you were always a problem with like the electronics and your search histories.
I know.
And your mother would call me and say, he's looking at you couldn't even spell it right.
I know.
You're like girls kissing.
Yeah.
And,
Yes,
and
yes.
boobs spelled with W and like bubes. And I was like, at one point I couldn't be mad at you because I knew that that one instance set that in motion. But I also knew that I had to tread lightly because if I turned it into a big deal with you,
Yeah.
you would do it more.
Yeah.
So I had to be like, "Hey man, please don't do this. Don't
Mhm.
look at this. You're not old enough to understand and see this." So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you were you were troublesome with the electronics.
Boobs.
Boobs. Two girls spelled with a U
Goals.
kissing boobs. And it was like, well, at least I mean that's kind of innocent.
Yeah. I remember also
Oh no.
me and Ian would always play that one game on your tablet that broke or eventually. Nova
Yeah, yeah.
2,
Oh, that
Yeah, yeah,
game's-
yeah.
Vanguard or whatever.
Yes.
Alliance.
Dude,
Yes.
what happened to that game?
Well,
Yeah.
Probably don't
It's
sell it anymore. Or
correct.
something.
They're on Nova 12 or whatever. But I tried getting it and downloading a version of it and
Yeah.
putting it on and fixing, but I couldn't get it to work.
Probably would give you a virus.
Then you
or
did it.
something.
You did it on your phone, and it would load, but then it would just
Right. Because it wasn't meant for that hardware.
yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, you love that game.
And Killzone,
Oh my
you wouldn't let
God.
us play that at a point.
Oh my god, that game was so fun.
Well, because again,
Well, we did play it, but then you made us stop playing it.
it's one of those things where sometimes one day you'll get this
Yeah.
as a parent. I'm pretty lenient. I don't really care about a lot of things. But at a certain point when like heads are exploding and people's guts are getting ripped out and you're barely you're barely out of the womb, you once you start getting all of that
Yeah.
like overabundance of stimulation,
Mhm.
it will make you numb to actual things. Like you're gonna be 12 years old watching, Faces of Death and people getting murdered, and be like, "No, no, it's nothing like Killzone," you know.
I mean, okay, you can keep going. I'll say after.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I was dumb. This was recent when I was probably 13 or I went on this website called Gore something.
Yeah.
Because I was dumb.
Great.
You still are.
And
These are all
yeah,
great things.
Correct. And I saw this. Well, I don't know if I should describe it.
Well, describe it
I mean,
in as much detail
Pretty
as
much-
it won't get the video.
let's just say there's this woman on the ground, and her head was not on her body, and her spine was still attached, and it looked gross, and it didn't affect me at all.
I've seen videos like that too, except what I do instead is like it'll be on TikTok. This was probably recent too.
Yeah.
It was like on TikTok, it'd be like, "Don't watch this video," and then they give us the @ on Twitter, and then I'd search it up on Twitter,
Yeah, I
and
would
then,
do
and
that
then I'd
too.
see the video.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of gross shit out there.
Yeah.
no one no one should see a decapitated person in the
Yeah.
streets. Oh, believe me, I've seen some things.
Yeah, you told me.
I've
A
seen
Serbian film or something.
all. Well, that's just a movie.
I know. Still.
I've seen real
Oh, yeah,
horrors. The internet's a deep, dark place,
I know.
and you shouldn't. You shouldn't go looking for it
Yeah.
because it'll mess you up. That's why I could barely watch people getting hurt skateboarding. Like I can't watch that stuff. And there's a reason because I didn't want to be desensitized. So anytime I saw some weird grotesque stuff, it was always like, ugh, you know. It ain't like the movies, kids. I
I
can
know.
tell you that. So that's good.
That's
That's
good
good. We took a real good turn there. Thanks,
Yeah,
Nick.
You're welcome.
Nick B.
Nick B.
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
Oh. I keep thinking of this one thing, but I don't want to bring it up in this podcast.
Do it. Do it.
How about that one time where me and Nicholas were arguing? I can't. All right.
Do it.
All right. So me and Nicholas were arguing, and
Get closer to the mic.
it was at the point where Nicholas said something like, "Dad loves me more than he loves you, Ian," and you
Ooh,
heard that.
That's a And I probably got super
You were
pissed.
no, you didn't,
You
but you it
almost-
looked like you almost started crying. Like you were pissed.
Yes. Well, that shit. Okay. Here's another thing. As a parent,
Yeah.
whenever you hear the phrase, like, the favorite child, see, I truly, in my experience, and maybe other parents are different. I don't have there's no such thing as a favorite.
Yeah.
You both are equal parts of me. There is no difference. And eventually, we're all going to live, Trelena, Josep, and he will be no different.
Yeah.
You're all equal. Even now, we don't live together, and that's the case. Nobody gets preferential treatment. What?
He's a stepbrother, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
will be your stepbrother.
Yeah.
And, but what is stepbrother?
Step bro.
He's your brother. He's going to be your brother.
Yeah.
Okay? You guys don't have the same mother,
Nope.
No.
We all have
But you're
different mothers.
but you're still brothers.
Yeah.
You grew
Brothers
up
in
with each
arms.
other. So for me, if someone ever insinuated that I have a favorite, whether it be internally between you or externally, that would infuriate me because there's no such thing to me. You're all equal parts. So yeah, I'm sure I don't remember that, but I'm sure that would have upset me a lot.
I think
Yeah.
at the time though, it was because like I was always the one that would get in trouble when
Well, yeah,
you're the
rightfully
one that was
so,
crazy.
because you were the crazy one.
I don't know.
But you were the- you
there
were
were
the-
so many cases where
Well, there were
Nicholas,
times,
Nicholas was in
yeah.
the wrong.
Yeah,
Where
but
I
see,
would pin
Nicholas.
it on you.
Well, there's some truth to that. I only see what I see, and I can only hear what I hear. So, but when it came to the two of you, you were more outwardly psycho. You were probably just as much, but see no evil, hear no evil. If I didn't see it and I didn't hear it, I didn't know it existed.
Yeah.
So, but as you've grown up, I mean, you're both pretty chill, at this point. But back then, let me tell you, I'm sure he was at fault. I'm sure Nick did a lot of stupid shit that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
But, that's the nature of the personality dynamics because both of you are very similar but very different. Even to this day, you're outward. You are an extrovert.
Mhm.
You're an introvert.
What's an introvert?
Like someone who's quiet.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah,
I know what they.
Intro.
Okay.
Okay. So you're an inside, keep to yourself
Oh, okay.
type
Well,
person.
Not really.
You're more private. Whatever.
maybe not.
if
Maybe not to dad, but to like if you like were in like a group of people, you wouldn't really talk to them.
If I didn't know them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's an introvert.
That's an introvert.
Okay,
Me,
good.
I would go
He
up to
doesn't
them
give
and
a
I'd
shit.
introduce myself. I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I'm but see, I'm the same way, but I have both of those.
I have a problem with people.
Do you just have a
Yeah.
problem?
No, if I get to know somebody, I can become oversharing.
Oh.
I get too comfortable with the person.
Oh.
Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah. Give me an example.
Don't really want to.
You told
Why?
me.
That's not. That's different.
That's a good example.
Well, it's a good example. An example I'm not gonna say
Why?
because I don't want to.
Why not?
He's too scared.
This is
Yes, I am.
It's
scared.
gonna be posted to the YouTube where 100 people are going to see
yes,
this.
at least.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna go.
This is going to be the one that blows up.
Yes,
This
this
is
is
going to be like 15,000 views in the
Lit,
first day.
bro.
It'd be like Nick B has let out this secret.
Yeah.
You have a secret?
No, I meant the
No.
oversharing part.
Okay.
All right.
Well, anyways. That was a big fucking blue ball right there.
We'll end it on the cliffhanger, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I'm extroverted, but I can also be introverted. Like a lot of days I like to spend on my computer playing a game, watching a movie.
Yeah.
I don't like dealing with people. But then when I do go out, I am the talkative social person. So it's interesting that you both have that different parts.
Yeah.
So you're not going to tell me?
I'll tell him.
Secret?
Oh.
No, the
What I told you
example.
yesterday?
Yeah. Well, about the girl.
Okay.
The girl?
Fine. Whatever. I don't.
There's a
care anymore.
girl? What girl?
Yes, there's a girl. What girl?
Tell me more.
I think-
Tell me more.
I don't remember. You told me a lot of names. I don't know which
Yeah,
name.
no, I
exactly.
told
Oh,
you,
so
like-
many. He's got so many.
Yeah.
So many girls.
Not that-
going
not-
on. Okay.
Jeez.
So, there's this girl.
Okay.
Her name's Ellie.
You didn't have to give her a name.
That's not her real name. I was just joshing you.
Okay.
Her name's Urban. And
Her name's what? Her name's Marvin? What'd you
I
say?
said Urban.
Urban?
That's not her name either.
Urban.
Not
Like
her name
urban life. Urban.
either. Urban Air.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And
It's not her name either.
I like her currently.
Okay. But
She likes another dude.
cool.
She has two friends. I also have their snap. One of them is named Samina.
Are you giving real names
No.
again?
No.
Okay.
The other name's
This guy's-
Samantha.
This guy sucks. Get him off the stage.
You off the stage. Okay.
And Samantha told me she's losing hope in this one dude because he does blah 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 and blah blah blah.
This-
I don't want to be too open about it because I don't know if somebody's gonna knows me is gonna watch this. You never know that. You never
Okay.
know the possibilities.
Okay. Okay.
And like I said, I overshare and I get too comfortable with people.
Okay.
And I tell her stuff I probably shouldn't. Not bad stuff.
Okay.
So
Well, what kind of
Just
stuff?
tell him the stuff that you tell.
I ask her, I always say good morning, how was your day? Or have a good day,
Oh.
sorry.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then sometime around the afternoon I say, how's your day going? She says fine. And I ask, and evening comes, I say, how was your day? And she says it was good. Or fine.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But it gets
Are you her uncle?
No. We talk about other shit too.
no, but it's tell him the part that like is weird.
I'm sorry, weird. I mean, it's weird. Every night, I say,
You know exactly what he says.
you know exactly what I say.
No, I don't.
Good night. I love you.
Oh my god.
I know it's bad. It's really bad, but
I might have to cut. Oh my god.
you wanted to know the secret.
Okay.
That's the secret.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I don't want to judge you.
Judge him. Judge him with all your
That's
heart.
not what this is. This isn't about judging.
Father.
My role isn't to judge you.
It's
my
to
role
parent.
is my role is
Yeah.
to guide you.
You can guide by
So-
giving criticism.
So here's me guiding you.
I did stop talking.
Stop that.
I did stop talking to her a couple times.
A couple times. You talked to her yesterday.
I know.
Okay. So let me give you some advice.
Please.
Okay.
Do.
Let's cut the shit here.
Let's
cut
cut
it.
the shit.
Let's cut the shit here.
Let's get real.
Okay.
Let's get real freaky.
I could never put myself in your shoes. We all live life differently.
Yeah.
Right? I can only give you advice through my own experiences. And those aren't absolute. Okay? Is it possible that you could find the love of your life at 15 and marry her and live happily ever after?
Yes.
It's possible. Sure.
Yeah,
It's not going to happen,
I know.
but it's possible.
It's possible.
So, the best advice that I could give you is before you start trying to love someone else, you need to be comfortable in love yourself.
Yeah.
You're not old enough to even know how to do either of those yet. I can barely get you to clean the cans from your room. So your brain is not, it's not there.
I know.
Okay? So keep that in mind when you're forming relationships with people. Because most people that you're forming relationships with right now aren't going to be around in three,
No,
5, 10 years.
definitely not.
I have friends that I went to high school with that are still close, good friends. So get to high school,
Yeah.
start forming relationships, figure yourself out,
Yeah.
then you could start opening that part of yourself to other people. But if you open that part of yourself to every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street, you're
Those are
not,
men.
huh?
Tom, Dick, and Harry. That sounds like a man.
Don't assume.
Okay, I won't assume their gender.
I don't think.
It could be
Thomas.
Tamara.
Tom.
I don't know. Better than the names he was fucking giving.
Samina.
It's Urban.
Samantha.
So figure out who you are as a person,
Mm-hmm.
and then because if you start giving that part of you away now, and you start, then you're gonna get a false sense of what love is, and then you're gonna live the rest of your life not knowing what actual love is, because you're gonna be equating everything to this.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. So do what you want with it, but it, Jesus. And stop fucking every day wishing her good morning and shit.
Why?
Grow a set.
I'm sorry. What?
Have her message you good morning.
That
Ooh, that's
she did do that.
uh,
She does do that.
Good. Listen, I also don't want to give you bad advice, but the other side of that coin is
Does she do that for you?
right. Don't put in more effort than other people are willing to put in on you.
Yeah.
If at any point in time you feel like the effort is not equal, there isn't an equilibrium of effort, stop. Stop and let it equal out or let it die. Perfect.
Yeah, that too.
Perfect. Then you know right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because people who care about you and want to talk to you will. If they don't, they don't. You should never have to constantly every like 6 hours be like,
How
"Oh,
have you
good
been?"
morning. How was your morning? Good afternoon.
And if
How
they
was your
respond,
afternoon?"
yeah, if
And
they
if they
respond
give you
like, okay,
okay,
I'm fine.
it's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Well, she says okay, fine, but then explains what she did and what happened. So.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, man.
Sure.
Like if you look at like
I
a
mean-
wall of messages between you and it's like 98% you
No.
trying to keep a conversation and it's just like one word or two words. I mean, it's
doomed. It's
it-
failed.
it's not
It's
yeah.
not there.
it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You should never also you should never this is advice for both of you, but you should never feel like you're forcing conversation. A conversation shouldn't be a chore on both fronts. So it shouldn't be you trying to be like, guess what? Some people, man, woman, doesn't matter. They're uninteresting and boring. And those are the people that are like, okay, they're either boring or they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I can't deal with either of those. So, someone should be able to keep you engaged in conversation. And if they don't or they can't, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you an oversharer?
No, I'm not an overshare.
Are you an undersharer? Or are you just right?
Undershare in like what sense?
I don't know. The fucking definition.
I don't, dude. I'm not that smart.
Are you closed off? Do you keep a wall up? Do you keep people away?
That
Sounds
I do.
Fucking cringe. No, I don't.
What? What did you say?
If I don't like somebody, that's what I do.
Well,
I
yeah,
feel like
mean,
that's what.
If
everyone-
somebody ever did something to me, or if I have my suspicions about that person, I just don't talk to that person.
What
Yeah.
kind of suspicions?
Like
they're cheating on me.
they lied about something that they shouldn't have, or they did something that to me or something that involves me that they shouldn't have, I
Okay.
just stop talking to that person,
That's a good way to live.
and I avoid that person.
Yeah, avoidance. Conflict is overrated. Believe me, coming from somebody who's had plenty of conflict in life, conflict is overrated. It's not worth time and effort and energy. You know, I think, I don't know if I told you the story. Maybe I shouldn't. Well, here, con- uh, there are a lot of people out there that are depressed and sad,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate. There's a lot of people who aren't living great lives, and they try to take it out on other people,
Yeah.
right? It could be the guy who's cutting everybody off in traffic because he, hates his wife, or could be the delivery driver that's sick of delivering Amazon packages for slave labor in the 90-degree heat.
Yeah.
There's just people out there that are unhappy, and rightfully so. So you just have to understand that, like, everybody's going through their own shit. Somebody could be in your school spreading rumors or bullying other people, but you have to look at that person going, there's clearly something wrong with them. Like, they're going through something. So whatever. Now, if anybody ever touches you, beat the living shit out of them. I'm okay with that. Like, don't pick fights, but
If they pick on them.
if somebody else picks a fight with you, I'm one of those parents. You can get expelled for all I care. You won't. I won't get mad at you.
My mom probably would. Well, no, I don't think she would. Actually.
I don't think so.
My family would kill me.
I doubt it.
Yeah. No.
I think my grandparents and mom would probably be pissed. But
Nah. If someone lays a finger on you, all bets are off. And if a school's gonna, like, expel you or punish you for defending yourself, that's not a school I would want you to be a part of.
Yeah.
I was in my fair share, but I never started a fight.
No.
And I got my ass kicked plenty of times. Believe me. I don't want anybody to think like I'm walking through life just knocking people out.
Yeah.
I've had the crap kicked out of me plenty of times. It was usually unfair though, but we
Yeah.
won't talk about it. So, did we ever get a definitive, like, you undersharing versus sharing just right? Are you happy with your circle of friends?
I'm leaving my circle of friends. I'm going to a new school.
Yeah, but you kind of knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I would say, well, I don't really have a friend circle. I am friends with everyone, which I don't think is a good thing.
Yeah,
But maybe that'll change in high school. I'll get some close friends. But middle school was like I hung out with everyone. There are a few kids that didn't like me and I didn't like them and we stayed far. But for the most part, like whether it was the girls, like the girls side or like the guys, because there was always two groups. It was like the girls would hang out and then the guys would hang out. I was part of both. And I'd hang out with the I wouldn't call them losers, but they were the outcasts. I'd hang out with them too. There were outcasts, there were the girls, and there were the the guys.
sounds like you're perpetuating the
boys.
labels.
What do you mean by that? They were outcasts as in no one wanted to talk to them and no one wanted to be friends with them. I don't know what else to say about that.
They're people.
Okay. They're people that didn't talk to many people, and
Okay.
I was there for them.
Don't perpetuate labels.
Okay.
I hate that.
Okay.
And you know what?
Hmm?
It's unfortunate because when you both get to high school, it's the worst.
They're gonna put a label on you or something?
Like there's so many little boxes and things. I was like that. I was friends with a lot of different people. And I didn't care if somebody thought that you were an outcast. I didn't care if somebody thought you were a jock. I didn't care if somebody thought you were, whatever. It didn't matter. If we got along, that's all I cared about. Because everybody's people. The world would be a lot better of a place if we didn't label everybody. We didn't say, oh, that's the jocks. Those are the preppy girls. Those are the goth kids. It's like, man, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Don't let anybody dictate who you're friends with. If you want to be friends with, Chester, who eats his own boogers and, plays Subway server all day. Yeah, fucking,
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, don't eat his boogers, but
no.
I mean,
I mean,
I'm just
well,
kidding,
I
I'm
guess
just
it
kidding.
depends on his diet, but
Yeah.
yeah, you should. When you get to high school, just wait. Oh yeah, that's what I like. Crunching bottle noises in my ear. Thank you.
I think it's my problem though is like I was always worried of who I was hanging out with because since I was friends with everyone, there would always be someone that people didn't like. So
Well, that's their problem. That's
Oh,
not your
yeah.
problem.
I know,
So,
but
like,
it's just kind
yeah.
of like pressures me, and they're like, "Don't hang out with that
If
kid."
if you hang out
I
with
like
them,
so many people tell me,
Yeah.
"Oh, don't hang out with that
Stupid.
person."
that happened
silly.
to me like once.
You know what you tell them?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You just be like, hey, I got a good idea. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Because. Well, go ahead. You have a story?
There's this girl,
You and girls. What?
and I was her friend. She used to like me. I think she still did at the time. There was these group of kids that thought they were all of that,
All of that?
like all that, like
All of that.
They thought they
Not
were the
all
sh-
that.
They thought they were the shit.
They were all of that.
yeah.
And a bag of chips?
What?
That's the rest of the saying.
Oh,
All that
Oh.
and a bag of chips?
gotcha.
Oh, Jesus.
So there was
Christ.
three. They were a group of 3 or 4. I don't know. They hated her. I don't know why, but then they started to hate me because I was hanging out with her, and that's pretty much it.
That's the thing too. Like that'll happen with me, but like I hate it when people hate me.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They didn't say anything to me. They would always give me this look.
You have this need to be loved and liked.
Well, when you say it like that, it kind of sounds. I don't know.
You have the desire. You have the. I understand your quandary.
Yeah.
I used to be that way. I never wanted people to not like me. I always wanted to be the one everybody liked. And then what I found, it could have been somebody I've met twice. And if I heard that they didn't like me, it would break me. And then I would go out of my way to make that person like me.
Huh.
Because it's like in my brain, I was like, how could they not like me? Everybody should like me.
Yeah, I would handle that differently.
Well, I would hope so, because that's not healthy.
Yeah,
Because you're going to come across people that
yeah.
just aren't going to like you.
If I found out somebody didn't like me, I would just like go up to them and ask them why. For some
Well,
reason, I would just ask why. Like,
Conversation.
what did I do to you?
Right. Conversation is good because sometimes people might get the wrong impression. They might have caught you on a bad day, or they might have caught you on a a not so great morning.
That brings back so many memories.
Of what?
6th grade.
6th grade. Okay.
Okay. So my mindset was, I gotta impress the cool kid. I labeled people
Yeah.
Edgy.
the cool kids. I gotta impress them.
Okay.
So I would hang out. I hung out with them, and they would make me do. They wouldn't make me. Sometimes I didn't do all of it, but there was this one specific thing where this kid, I'm gonna give him a random name. His name,
Urban.
Urban. Sure, we'll go with Urban.
Okay.
So Urban was
Urban
like,
gets around.
so Urban was really popular.
Ooh.
Yeah, like 7th and 8th graders liked him.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, he's well liked, and if everyone likes him, I gotta hang out with him. And I hung out with him, and he told me he stole one of the girls' hair ties, and he handed it to me. He goes, "Dude, I have a funny idea. Why don't you put this around your balls, take it off, and then I'll give it back to the girls."
If you did that, I'm gonna freak out.
I didn't, but I had how many? 1, 2, 3. I had 4 or 5 guys being like, "Dude, do it! It's so funny." It was the only reason why I didn't do that is because
Because your balls hadn't dropped yet.
close. But the week before that, I got suspended twice in the same week.
Because you took your balls out.
No,
Okay.
because I punched a girl.
You punched. I vaguely remember something along those lines.
Like in the face.
Oh, do you want me to get into those? Like what happened with those?
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure they weren't exactly justified, but at the time I thought it was right. Okay, so first fight. I was at my locker. This girl was.
Are we exchanging fight stories?
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
got a couple good ones.
All
I'll
right,
tell
all
you.
right.
Um,
I'll
I
go
have
first though
one.
because mine's kind of lame. So they weren't really fights. They kind of like okay, whatever. So the girl was standing in my locker. I told her, "Hey, can you please move?" She looks at me and she like smirks. She's like, "No, I'm not gonna move," and she continues talking. I'm like,
And you kicked her in the cunt. No.
"Not yet, not close." And then I asked her again. I'm like, "Please move," and she said no. And I'm like, "If you don't move, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." That's exactly what I said. And she like took that as a challenge. I don't know. She's like, "Okay, do
What
it."
grade? Sixth.
6.
Okay.
So she had box braids. So
She had what?
box braids.
Box braids.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is.
Okay. Well, it's a hairstyle for black women. So I grabbed I grabbed her by the
Okay.
braids. I grabbed her by the braids, and I threw her head. I like threw her into my locker.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it is bad. It's
That's not justified at all.
yeah, no, it's not. But and then she got up, ran off, started crying, and I thought I was hot shit after that. Cause I'm like, yeah, I just beat up this girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, and then we got a similar story. The girl moved from my locker. She was much bigger though. She was 6'2", I think, and
Damn.
yeah, she's huge. So she was like by my locker. This time I didn't really ask her if she could move. I was like, hey, move from my. I was like pissed or something. I don't know what was wrong with me. I said, move from my. Can you move? I said like move or something, and she like moved like ever so lightly, and I'm just like, okay. And I tried opening my locker, but her like body was so big that when I'd open it, she'd like block it. And I don't know, we started like arguing. She shoved me and I punched her in the nose and she started gushing blood. I don't know, she was gushing, bro. Everywhere.
Terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. And then
Jesus Christ.
but videos since I don't know, the principal liked me for some reason, so we both ended up getting suspended because she pushed me and I punched her, and then she punched me back, and then she ran off. And yeah, that was a story of how I gotten suspended 2 times in a week for punching a girl.
Okay.
Wow. These are great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm so inspirational.
Fight stuff.
Oh yeah, if you got an altercation.
This was an 8th. This is recent. It was PE, after PE. I went to my locker. This kid, another kid that thinks he's super cool.
Urban.
No.
His name's Urban.
His name's Kapler. And
Is that his actual name?
no.
Okay. Now I can't even tell if it is or it isn't.
Holy shit.
And he always brags about how big his dick is.
That's disgusting.
He's like, he just gives examples. It's gross. And
Does he helicopter it after PE? Just
Oh.
big swinging 8th grade dick. It's disgusting.
nobody gets. We don't do that. We don't get. Well, I don't ever.
He does.
I never change.
Everybody else takes a shower in bathing trunks.
Nobody
He's
showered.
walking
You
around
guys
just
shower?
We never
Yes.
showered.
Okay, I was about to say.
We never showered.
fucking swinging hammer.
Sledgehammer.
Can't be a hammer.
And-
There's no way. He's in 8th grade.
Well, some.
He was
No,
just
we're gonna
being
end
an
that there.
asshole, yelling at me because I was cheating in a PE game.
You were cheating.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. What was the
And-
game?
It was like there were these like cones
Okay.
scattered,
I'm not. I actually wasn't interested. Go on.
and
Why do you look like that? You look so
You look. Yeah, but he looked so excited to be like,
Like-
"Oh, you want to know the game we were playing?
like,
Okay, so there's cones. I don't really care.
and he was like,
Oh, it doesn't add to the story. You weren't
Okay.
cheating. Go
I
on.
put my stuff down, and I was so close, just swinging. He was obviously shorter and scrawny.
did you?
No,
Fucking pussy.
I almost.
Should have.
But no, he shouldn't have.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can't throw the
You-
first punch. That
Don't
sucks. Tell him to throw the first.
use your words.
Yeah, I know.
Be like,
Hurt people with words.
I know.
You're a fucking scrawny bitch, and your mom doesn't love you.
Well, yeah.
Hurt?
I mean, that's a little excessive, but
No. And that hurts.
I would much rather you learning to use your words this is a terrible podcast. I'm teaching you terrible things. All I want to say is don't go into every situation swinging
Yeah, I know.
because
We might have
it's
to cut this.
yeah, cut that. Going into everything thinking that the solution is swinging,
Yeah.
it it it's a 50-50,
Mm-hmm.
right? You could get your ass kicked or you can kick someone's ass. But then what? Do you think that person is going to learn and be like, "Oh, well, I guess I can't be like that anymore because I..." No, they're going to keep being shitty. Words last forever.
Yeah.
I still think about shit that people told me 20 years ago
Yeah.
to this day.
Sweaty.
So, thanks. So, use your words because words, A, they hurt more,
Yeah.
and B, nothing will get a bully or somebody like that to leave you alone more than if you can out talk them. That has served me well for many years. People don't like to get into verbal confrontations with me because I will devastate you.
I'm not good with that.
Me
I'm not
either.
good at insulting people
Well, not just insults,
I'd
or
say
but
like
I
arguing.
don't know, like big or something.
yeah, swearing doesn't really. It's got to be something good. Well, we could talk about this after, but
Sure.
we'll end on my my story. I'm gonna choose a very tame one because I don't want to get too weird.
He's gonna choose a tame story, and it's gonna be like, yeah, I like kicked the shit out of three
No,
guys.
no.
They were my.
No. This was an instance where there was a guy, we'll call him Urban, and
Ernie.
he was dating this girl.
Yeah.
We'll call her Urban.
Chelsea.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
She was an acquaintance. She wasn't a friend, but she was an acquaintance. And they had this real toxic, high school-esque, just terrible relationship. And I usually stay out of stuff like that because
Yeah.
it's got nothing to do with me. Her locker was maybe 4 or 5 lockers away from mine. We're at the locker. They are arguing. And she's trying to put her stuff away, and he's blocking the locker with his hand. Like he's got his hand in the opening,
I don't like him.
and he was terrible. And they were arguing, and then he slapped her.
Oh no.
Oh.
He slapped her just in the middle of the hall. And I'm watching this, and nobody seems to give a shit. So I walked over and took the door and slammed it on his hand, and I broke or maybe dislocated his knuckle or something, like his middle knuckle. And I got in trouble. Now, the dean who had to do the peer mediation
Mm-hmm.
heard both sides and decided to give me 3 in-school suspension days. But then word spread, and then he wanted to fight me. And I was like, no. I was like, I have no interest in fighting. I did what I did, and then, I also told him, if I ever see something like that again, I'll just break your hand again. One day he gets on my bus, and he's determined to get off at whatever stop I'm on and get off, and we're going to fight. And I said, okay, well, obviously you aren't going to walk away from this. And obviously I can't talk my way out of this because I've already said no. I've already, and I get off at the stop right before my stop. And he gets off, and a bunch of other people get off because they want to see it.
Yeah.
And I said one last time, I said, we don't have to do this. I was like, we don't have to fight. You just don't slap your girlfriend, or just don't slap her around me, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And he pushed me, and that was it. That was my, okay, I've done my due diligence. I tried not to fight. I said, we don't have to do this. We could talk about it. I said, don't slap your girlfriend. But obviously none of those worked. And then I proceeded to crush this child. I crushed him to the point where I thought I was going to get into some serious trouble. So the moral of that story is stand up for what you believe in. Don't be the aggressor. And when it comes down to it, never feel bad for defending yourself.
Yeah.
And then I banged his girlfriend. That has been the podcast. I didn't. I was just kidding.
Okay.
I was like, oh,
No, she was
Gotcha.
she was a nice girl.
Yeah.
She was very thankful of me stepping in when nobody else would. That's another good thing. Sometimes
someone else.
someone needs to step in.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, or maybe something in front of you or in a parking lot or anything. Sometimes people need somebody to step in. Some kid getting bullied or whatever. I'm not saying you guys have to be like, crime fighters and like,
Vigilantes.
step in at every moment. But if something is bothering you and you don't like the way, don't listen to that nonsense where it's none of your business. It's like, it is my business. I'm making it my business. So, any last words?
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Oh, thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Actually, you calling me at midnight, even though you could have just walked the 5 feet,
I
was
did.
you did was very sweet. I appreciated that. All right. Well, that's been the Father's Day podcast with
Some stories.
some
maybe?
stories.
Yeah.
We kind of got a little weird off topic about fighting and stuff, but
It was good bonding.
it was good. Yeah. I just want to make sure you guys are on the straight and narrow and on the right path in life. That's my job. That's the most important thing. So, we will resume regularly scheduled programming next week. Trelina is coming in. We're going to record some more podcasts and stuff. So, all right. Bye, everybody. You guys gonna say bye?
Oh, bye.
Have a good one.
See you next time.
See you
later,
next week.
alligator.
Peace out, fellow. Wow.
Bro, that podcast was lit.
This podcast was dope as hell.